Somewhere in the Altai Mountains of Siberia, there is a cave that kept a secret for 50,000 years. Scientists have been digging here since the 1970s. They thought they knew what they would find. In 2008, a Russian archaeologist named Alexander Kozlov was excavating Layer 11 of Denisova Cave, a sediment layer dating back at least 50,000 years. He found a bone fragment, small, barely the size of a fingertip. They sent it to Svante Pääbo's ancient DNA laboratory in Leipzig, Germany. They expected Neanderthal. What came back from the sequencer stopped the entire room. The mitochondrial DNA did not match Neanderthals. It did not match modern humans. It matched nothing they had ever seen before. A completely unknown species of human had been living alongside us, traveling the same paths, sheltering in the same mountains, interbreeding with our ancestors, and then vanishing, leaving almost nothing behind. Almost 50,000 years ago, the Altai Mountains looked something like this: vast, cold, and far from empty. 3 different kinds of human were living in this region at the same time. Neanderthals from the west, Homo sapiens pushing up from the south, and a third group that science would not discover for another 50,000 years. We do not know what the Denisovans looked like. We have no complete skull, no full skeleton. We have a finger bone, a jaw, 3 teeth, and a wrist bone. From the DNA we can infer certain things. They were likely robust, possibly dark-skinned, probably with wide faces and large molars built for a tough guy. But the full picture, it remains in shadow. The finger bone belonged to a girl. We know that from the DNA. She was between 5 and 7 years old. She died in this cave somewhere between 50,000 and 76,000 years ago. We do not know how. We do not know why. We know she existed because a tiny fragment of her finger survived in frozen sediment for tens of thousands of years, waiting. The DNA extracted from that bone was unlike anything in the database. The Denisovans had split from the Neanderthal lineage around 400,000 years ago. They had been living in Asia, perhaps as far as Southeast Asia and the Pacific, for hundreds of thousands of years. And they had interbred with both Neanderthals and modern humans. Their DNA is in us right now. Around 50,000 years ago, groups of Homo sapiens were moving through Central Asia. The Altai Mountains were a corridor, a passage north and east. And the people moving through that corridor were about to encounter something that would change their DNA forever. We do not know the details of these encounters. We only know the result, that they happened, that children were born, and that those children survived. Whatever passed between these 2 kinds of human in the dark of these mountain valleys, it was not only violence, something else was there too. Whatever they shared, fire, food, shelter, children, it left a mark that 50,000 years could not erase. Today, people from Papua New Guinea carry up to 5% Denisovan DNA. Aboriginal Australians carry traces. Populations across Southeast Asia and the Pacific carry pieces of a people who left almost no bones behind. And then they were gone. We do not know when exactly. We do not know why. Climate change, competition, absorption into other populations. Probably all of these things slowly. Over thousands of years, the Denisovans did not end in a single moment. They faded like a fire. Going cold, but not entirely. Somewhere in the immune system of a person living in the Philippines right now, there is a gene that came from a Denisovan. In the high-altitude adaptation of a Tibetan farmer, there is Denisovan DNA. In the cold weather resilience of a Mongolian herder, Denisovan, they are gone, and they are not gone. Denisova Cave is still being excavated. Every year, the researchers go back. Every year, they sieve through the sediment of Layer 11 and Layer 12, looking for more pieces of the ghost people. So far, they have found a finger bone, a jaw, a few teeth, and a wrist bone. The cave is not finished with its secrets. It has barely begun.